Hello, my fellow comic book collectors. This is going to be another in my series of controversial comics. I'm going to be looking at a very interesting comic that I don't even know why this comic is considered controversial, but it is. It's one that Dr. Frederick Wortham had mentioned in his book, 1954 book actually, The Seduction of the Innocents. Now, if you're not familiar with that book, I don't blame you, but it's actually a very major book that was published. It actually featured over 100 comics that it deemed as offensive culturally and as comics which basically were destroying young minds. So it led to mass hysteria, actually, where there was massive comic burnings and there was even a trial that eventually led to the Comic Book Authority, which ended up changing comics even till now, where really comic book creation and the freedoms that artists and writers had was really lost overnight. And it was kind of a very sad thing that happened. And I kind of want to highlight some of these books that caused all this controversy and show you what you think, see what you think about them. And this is the comic right here. I wanted to show this. And this comic was, it's an Archie comic. It was geared towards, kids. Similar vein to many comics where they have like some kind of, I think of like, Bugs Bunny kind of level where they have a bit of violence, but cartoon violence where it's sort of like, somebody gets bopped over the head or something like that. It has a bit of that. It's really that kind of slapstick humor. So this is Super Duck number 22, and it was cited in The Seduction of Innocence as being a book that was showing violence to young kids in such a way that it normalized it and made kids sort of maybe want to carry out such violence as well. So by showing cute characters doing violent things, maybe kids would learn that violence is okay. I'm going to show you the panel that was specifically mentioned about this comic. So I'm just going to switch my screen. And this is the comic. This is the panel right here where caused all the uproar. So see how the duck is about to whap the rabbit with this big bat? Well, that was the scene that caused all the controversy. Now, when I read this comic, I thought, wow, this is actually the least controversial page. They have the duck literally going to the hospital because he's all battered from like bear traps being put out and all these things that basically injure him. And this, to me, is the least offensive page. It's kind of funny that it's the one that caused all the problems. Again, it's people getting easily offended. Now, I'd like to hear your opinion. Do you find that seeing this duck potentially going to hit the rabbit with the bat, do you see that as offensive? What do you think? Do you think that this comic and the other comics that were cited in The Seduction of Innocence were legitimately, causing a problem in society and therefore should be censored or blocked from being created? Or should we allow a little bit of freedom of speech? So I'd like to hear your opinions on it. What do you think of Super Duck number 22? What do you think about this? And what do you think about this series? I'd like to, if you don't like this series, please tell me. And if you don't like the series, there's plenty of other series on my channel. Like I do a lot of comic unboxings. I do a lot of investment related information about comics. So check those out. You might like those better. So please like, comment, and subscribe. And thanks for watching. Bye.